Hey guys, how are you? Hopefully, right now, you guys are outside enjoying this beautiful sunshine. I have come up to the gym today. Um, I had some things that I had to get done, so I thought I would do my videos from the gym today instead of being at the house. Give you a little bit of a different viewpoint. So today I am in the cheer gym on the other side of the wall that we usually work at. Of course, you could be some of the cheerleaders on here, and if you did, then you know where I'm at exactly. Right now, I am in our cheer gym, and I want to talk to you about splits. So, gymnastics is kind of having splits in gymnastics is a big deal. You should have all three legs all the way down to the floor. When I was younger, much younger, I used to be able to do all three splits with no problem. I could sit in them all day long if you wanted me to. Now, as I got older a little bit, my splits are not great. However, I can still do some of them. And the more I move, the better I am, and the more I practice, the better I am, even at my age of being old, at 105, right? I'm 105. So sometimes um, I'm not 105. However, I am almost 45. So if you add another 60 years to my age, then I'm 105, but not quite yet. So um, let's go ahead, and what you want to start out with when working on your splits is making sure that your body is all warmed up. You want your muscles to be able to move a little bit instead of just being um, stiff. So if you haven't warmed up at all, if you haven't been running around, oh look, oh my goodness, I need to breathe better. All right. Did you know that doesn't yawning doesn't always mean you're tired? Sometimes it just means that you're not taking deep enough breaths. Pretty sure that's what's happening right now is I'm not taking deep enough breaths. So, doing a lot of talking. So what we want to do is we need to get our body warmed up. If we start stretching and our body isn't warmed up, then a lot of times we can actually pull a muscle. So let's go ahead and let's get a little bit warmed up. All right, so we'll go ahead with starting with a little bit of running. Yep, getting those knees up. Doesn't have to be a lot. Side to side. We can do some chassés, side chassés. We just want to be able to warm up our hips, our hip flexors, our legs, and all of our muscles. Good. I want you to kick, kick, and we're going to just try and stretch out our muscles. Oh, mine are a little sore. I've been doing some of these videos and they make me a little bit sore sometimes. Now, I will tell you that practice is the key to getting your splits. We're not going to sit here but for just a second because we need to get moving. Otherwise, our legs will no longer be warm. And that's not what we want. We want to keep ourselves warmed up. All right, so we want to stretch out our body and our legs. When we're working our splits, our hips are to be straight right here. If you're doing a good split and you're a gymnast, you don't want your hips to turn sideways. Dancers actually do splits differently, and their hips turn sideways. So if you're a gymnast and you're working towards gymnastics, you want to keep your hips square, straight ahead. So you want to lean forward, pushing your hips down. Notice there's a line from my knee all the way down to my bottom knee. I'm not lifting up my back knee or anything like this. Notice my butt didn't go backwards, right? No derriere. Chin up. And now push backwards. Push your nose down to your knee. You should feel the stretch right here, in this area. Pointing my toes. And lean forward. And lean backwards. And we're going to slide out into our splits down here on the floor. And we're going to hold them for the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Stretch them out. And shake out my legs. And we're going to do the other side because we've got to do both sides equally. So let's start on the other side. Turned over. Favorite foot in front. Unfavorite. Unfavorite. I already did the favorites. Don't be cheating. I don't want to hear any cheating on this one. And lean forward. And lean backwards. And lean forwards one more time, keeping that shoulder square. Remember, we're working on keeping our hips square. Both of our hips should be facing towards the wall. And we're going to slide down into the splits. Not my favorite leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now we're going to get down into the middle splits. Now there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. I'm a big fan of having a line. I've got 2 lines. There's one right here and there's one right over here. You know how our floors are taped together, so they're going to be right here. I like for someone to be on a line so they can see where they are. And I'll go to this one because this is best for this camera angle. And I want you to slide your feet all the way out down with your legs straight. And trying to get it over there. And let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I'm going to tell you that is not as easy as it was when I was a kid. I'm not as good as that. One of the things that you can do to try and get your splits better is while you're in your splits, you can squeeze your muscles. And if you will hold those muscles super, super tight and count to set like 10, just like we did just a second ago, and let them relax. And then when you relax, your body will go down just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. We're not looking for them they're not going to instantly be done. These take work, time, and effort. All right? Getting your splits is not something generally that anybody can just do just starting out. There are some people that can slide down into the splits right away. You know, I've seen plenty of kids come through here and they just slide all the way down those splits and it doesn't affect them. But then I've seen a lot of people that it's hard for them to get down those splits and do them correctly. I see a lot of sitting down like this with their booty on the floor and they think that's a split. That is not a split. Okay? That's not even a little bit of a split. Okay? We've got to have our legs really straight and our hips square. My hips right now are facing the side. That is not at all a good split. And there is, so working on these things would help you tremendously. One of the other things that when I was a kid, which was a long time ago, but I still see them doing it today, once you get your split, is to work a little bit on an over split, or even to help you do these splits now, and that's putting your foot up on something a little bit higher. All right, so I have this mat. We have this mat in the gym, and so I was going to use it. What you want to do is I'm only going to do this on my favorite leg for right now, maybe. Won't guarantee. And I'm going to put my foot up here on the mat. This reminds me a lot of when I did team because I did these a lot. And you put your hands, one hand on either side, and then you have to slide down all the way into the splits. So you're trying to push this muscle down as much as possible. The goal eventually is for your leg, this muscle to be down on the mat and your heel to be up on the mat, and there's no gap right through here between you and the floor. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a gap. I promise. All right? So here we go. We're going to slide down. And we're going to push down. And we're going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, not my favorite thing, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be favorite. All right, these are something that you want to work on so that you can make your splits better, so that you can get better. All right, now let's do that other side. Are you ready? Unfavorite leg. I'm doing it. Here we go. Oh, not my favorite. Here we go. And now, look, I got to get my hand over on the other side. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, I won't say good because I don't think I did very good on that, but that's okay. But this is just a little bit of a stretch that you can do while you're at home. Now, instead of using a mat, you could use a couch cushion. Instead of using a mat, you could use a stairway, a piece of your stairs. There are lots of different things that you can use that are in your house right now to make your leg go up a little bit more. It doesn't have to be that high. Could be only this high, right? Doesn't have to be big like that one. It can be a little bit. Just because your mat isn't as big as my mat doesn't matter. All it means is you just need to work. All right, the more you work on this, the better it's going to be. I promise. If this is a goal, stick to it and you will improve. Practice every day for maybe instead of 10 seconds like we did, let's do 10 seconds then one day and then make it up to 15 seconds and then get all the way to where you can sit in your splits for a minute, right? That's important. Be able to sit in your splits for a full minute with your legs straight across. I've given you that goal. All right, guys. I am thankful for you guys. I look forward to seeing you again. I hope you are outside having a beautiful day, and I shall talk to you soon. See you later.